Good morning, day 3, it's football Sunday. The Brownies are about to get the pounding put on them in the dog pound. Cooking up some breakfast this morning, some eggs, something probably a little lighter. Gonna cut some weight during the game. Tonight we're heading down to the Springs to check into the Olympic Training Center and get ready to start camp tomorrow. Yeah, you listening to me? Next week, on Monday, I'm really about to eat like barely anything all camp, like discipline. Not even, red meat's about to be gone. Just like fish and like maybe not even chicken, bro. I'm too swole to be eating red meat still. I gotta get it down. Vibes. Forgot about this. And it's perfect.
What?
I don't know, bro. I gotta take a dookie before I run now.
I'll take it. Curry a lot. I have a Curry jersey. But then again, if you have a jersey, he's one of the most bought jerseys ever. I'll trade you my Curry jersey.
Oh my gosh, he just mixed that guy. I'm so scared.
Wow!
The rest of your body. So what you gotta do is you gotta get your lower left ventricle as strong as possible. And that's basically like your heart rate's from 130 to like 160. And that's why like I work in this zone so much that once I get really high, my heart rate gets really high and naturally wants to shoot back down to this zone. So I recover quicker than everyone else. Oh! The little menaces just pieced out on us. Hit 2 miles, my legs are tired. Keep going for a little bit longer. Then jump in the box. Feel good though, my shape feels like really good, so it'll be worth it. I was feeling bad about stealing this jacket, and no, I didn't even steal it, I just forgot to give it back. And I was feeling bad about it. But one of my buddies, old teammates, and now MSU Wrestling's social media manager and videographer, I seen a video last night of him having a good time out somewhere. Late, I got a Snapchat of the men singing karaoke in the same jacket, so at least mine's still being used to cut weight. I don't feel as bad. One more go. That was a long time. Close to like 40 minutes total, probably. It wasn't that hot in the beginning though. But damn, I feel pretty good still, so that's good. Just gotta recover. I don't know where Sammy's at. Sammy went to Sunday school at River and not. But I think when he gets back, he'll probably eat some food and then get ready to head on to the Springs. And we're going to my boy Luke Sheridan's house. De La Salle alum, class of like 2012, I think. Wrestled at Indiana University, now he wrestles for the U.S. Army WCAP. So we're going to go stay at his house. He's got almost a 1-year-old, maybe older than a 1-year-old now. Yeah, definitely. Baby Wheezy, Eloise, and his wife Jesslyn. Be good to spend some time with them and see them. So looking forward to it. That's the only reason I do this. I'm never fighting nobody. But, you know, if I'm ever out in the scenery and someone's feeling froggy, I gotta be ready, bro. Just like, you know, one good shot, that'll just back them up. Then I can run, but just to...
We out.
We out the jam, bro. Or like your homies getting beat up, need some help, just get out. You gotta get out quick. Talking, me, Sammy, and Jordan in the car on the way back from the store about how I'm lucky. I have a different type of experience in wrestling where I have this family, and I wrestled in college, but my family's always allowed me to, you know, been really good about fundraising money so I could travel and train and kind of take this seriously with this Team Omania Foundation and everything we got going. My Auntie Joy and, you know, my grandma, my Auntie Jen, Danny Pease. Like, there's so many people, honestly, that I'm really thankful for. But it's just crazy, you know, like, it's hard to make money in this sport. It's hard to survive in this sport. So it's like, you know, you see somebody like Sammy who's, you know, pretty late in his career. Was 29? 29?
29, dude.
29, still going, still scrapping, you know. Has a wife, kids, successful man, you know, happy family. It's just, you know, it's his own way. He lives in a school bus. It got converted. How many years ago?
During COVID.
During COVID.
3 years. 2.5, 3 years.
And he's pretty much driven it all over the country, but he went and he wrestled up at Northern Michigan. It's an all Greco school, and they have a regional Olympic training center, they call it. And a bunch of kids from my club went up there and trained. So, you know, some of you might have heard about it, Northern Michigan up in Marquette, way, way, way up north in the Upper Peninsula. And even there, do they like pay for your travel and stuff when you guys are going to tournaments? Because, like, I know, like, you know, I'm sponsored by NYC. Some of these kids from school be sleeping in our room just to be able to wrestle.
Yeah. I mean, I had sponsors, thankfully.
Yeah.
I was with NYC, and they took care of me.
Yeah.
Took me on all the tournaments, you know, gave me hotels and money for food. So, yeah, dude, the life we live is pretty rare. I mean, and up until this point, like, I've always had to work a job on the side. Like, I worked construction, worked at hotels, did all kinds of, like, worked at coffee shops.
In the summertime, or would you do it, like, all year during the school year, too?
All year long, dude. Shoveled snow, shoveled roofs in the winter. So this is the first time I've been able to just train. Like, this is the dream, to just be here and focus on my training. And, like, I get to have my family with me. And that's such a huge part of it. I need that support. I need people that are just like okay to just like watch me pursue a dream.
Yeah.
And like just
really?
like they're like just there to like cheer you on. Like, it's really hard to do something like this by yourself.
It's super hard.
And
Super
I think
hard. That's why I got my man's right here. I'm not going all over the place by myself anymore. It's nice. I've had one job. I worked at the CYC for Coach Halverson, and he tells me I was a terrible coach, but really it's just like almost babysitting 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. That's all I was trusted with for the most part. You know, Coach Dillon, he was the middle school coach because he was a better coach than me already, you know, so I had to work with the 5-6-year-olds. But it was a humbling experience. But that's the only job, you know, I've ever had to work. But it wasn't so I could survive. Like, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't to pay my rent. It was just like, if I wanted to do something with my friends and have some extra money, that's what I had to do. But yeah, tell us about not wrestling folk style and like being homeschooled. How did
So I wrestled folk style. Like, that was what I started with when I was a little kid, but I never wrestled in high school. So like, because I was homeschooled, I couldn't compete in the like sanctioned high school sports. You can now, but back then it just wasn't allowed. So when I got to high school, like I don't even know if I'd wrestled freestyle and Greco. Maybe a summer.
See, this is so weird.
And then I met this coach who was like, he was in between coaching positions, and he's like, he rolled with me like one day at an open practice, and he's like, man, all right, you're pretty good. Like, what are you trying to do? I was like, I don't know. Like, I can't go to high school. And like, at that time, like I had really tried to decide if I was going to go to high school or stay homeschooled. And like, my folks were like, we really want you to stay homeschooled, but you need to take some time and like go out and like see what God wants you to do. So that was cool, because I like, even though I didn't really want to be homeschooled, I felt like I went out and like they kind of gave me that responsibility, and I was like, man, I kind of feel like I should be homeschooled. This would be like a good path. The way I saw it in my mind is like it was going to work out, like whether I went to school or not. And so I was like, well, this is what my folks want me to do. So I wasn't going to go to high school, so I didn't know what to do with wrestling. And he was like, well, why don't you just try to wrestle for the Olympics? Like, that's your goal. I kind of said that was my goal too. I was like, I think it'd be cool to go to like the Olympics. And he was like, well, then train that. You can't wrestle folks high school anyway. Just train one of those styles. So we did both. And I just liked Greco more. I mean, there's a lot of other coaches there. There were so many coaches that like fed into me when I was in Louisiana. It's hard to pick one, but like that was such a pivotal point in my career. That was when I took wrestling seriously. And that like at that age, like 12, 13, 14, that's when you had to take wrestling. Like, you're either going to take it seriously or you're not.
That's when I quit. So I was like, no, dude, I need a break from all this. Like, seriously.
How did you come back to it?
No, I came back. That's not true. I quit when I was 10, 11, and 12.
Okay.
And I came back when I was like 12. And I came back. And Halverson, I was pissed. Rest in peace, my mans. But the dude put me through some stuff emotionally. And he put me in like the JV class because I wasn't really good anymore. So I got like, there's like a middle school elite class. And like all my boys, Pat, Adrian, Donovan, like that's what class like they were in. And I was in like 7th grade at the time, just coming back to wrestling. And he had put me in the lower one. And I was just like, I'm not gonna say I was just stomping kids. But yeah, I was just stomping all these like poor kids. And my dad's like, yo, like, just let him get beat up by his other kids. But the reason I had quit is because I got discouraged. Because I like would always get close to winning, but I'd get 2nd place or 3rd. Not even 3rd. I'd get 2nd place. I'd always lose in the semis or the finals. And I was just like super frustrated. I remember I had went to Western Regionals and wrestled in a big tournament. Lost to this kid from Washington in the finals in Greco. And I went home and I just like wasn't having fun anymore. And I was playing hockey. I quit wrestling to play hockey, bro.
Really?
Yeah. And then how I came back, though, to answer your question is I went to the North Coast Section Championship in my wheelchair after I broke my leg from playing rugby. And I went to watch one of my best friends wrestle, Nate Cervantes. He was in the NCS finals his freshman year, wrestling this pretty tough kid. And he beat him, and he was going crazy. And I remember being like, sorry, Nate. I remember being like, I could do that. Like, I got that. Like, come on, bro. In my wheelchair, like, super chubby, like,
Dude.
Totally out of my mind. Like, was not ready for that. It took me a while to get to that, obviously. But that, like, 6th grade year, and then I was like, all right, I want to go back. And that's how I just started wrestling again. And I was no good at first. Like, nobody really let me quit anymore. Everyone picked me up for practice all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really have a choice. It wasn't even like, are you coming to practice today? I was like, oh, I'm going to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? All the older guys, like, really brought me back into it. And I'm super thankful for that. Like, man, they were a huge influence on me. And what to do, a huge influence on me what to do, and a huge influence on me what not to do. So, yeah, I'm thankful for them, for sure. I'm thankful for all my boys at the CYC and everything.
You hit me back. You're like, absolutely, we can train. It's like, perfect. Because that was one of the things when I was moving from Utah, I had no plan. And I just thought, oh, I know Peyton's out there. Did I know you before that?
Not really. You told me we wrestled at the Utah camp that one time. But
Listen to
this. This is prime classic me, right? We're wrestling, and he gets on top of me, and he starts squeezing me. And this is in the middle of COVID. There's no competition in sight. This guy starts squeezing me, and like I'm on bottom, and I'm like defending. And I'm defending, and like he just keeps squeezing me, and I let him just like, you can have it, bro. Just go right on. Like, I don't want it that bad today. You got it. Hey.
Hey, I'm not Bluey.
Yeah, you're Bluey.
No, I'm not.
You're a baby tiger.
No.
Top team.
Oh, but
We out.
P, what you got?
I got some circus
Sammy
animal
got
cookies.
some tomatoes, fresh from the farmer's market. And what'd you get, hey? Some animal crackers.
Yeah, these are the best ones.
And,
If you're gonna eat something, it's gonna be these.
Dude, are you gonna give River one? You're just gonna like.
Oh, my bad, bro.
wow, dude.
Bro,
After he gave you a Cheeto, too?
there go 2 of them right there. Paid in full.
He was just looking at you, just like, like just locked. What do you think about those?
You can have some, bro.
Alright, you want one of my tomatoes?
You want one?
There goes my bag. Thanks, bro.
Just gotta get past this. We made it. It's like 9:30 at night. We gotta be up at 6:50 tomorrow to head to the Olympic Training Center. Shout out Uncle Lucas. Let me crash at the house. Always comes through. Every time I come out here, usually stay with him and he'll meet the baby and the wife tomorrow probably. So